Okay, Science 9. Wow, Chemistry Outcome 3, it's a long one. So last little bit of information for you for Outcome 3. There's 118 different elements, and compounds are made of 2 or more different elements combined. So that means there's billions of compounds. And we looked at this already, right? That's a compound, 2 or more different atoms, a model of it, right? 2 or more different atoms combined. That's also a compound, pure substance. It's a molecule, 2 or more different atoms combined in this one, right? That's a molecule, but it's an element because there's only one kind of atom. See, they're both white on there. Okay, so literally what I'm talking about is these things, right? There is billions of different compounds possible. For elements, we know from the periodic table there's only 118 or so that we deal with. And the compounds are held together by chemical bonds. We already talked about this. The bonds are grayish in color. Okay. Now, how do we make bonds? Bonds are made when we either share electrons or we transfer electrons. Okay. And so ionic compounds are elements that transfer the electrons. So they're made of a metal and a non-metal. Okay. Now, metals on the left side of the staircase on the periodic table. Non-metals on the right. I like to do this. This will help you with everything you do in the chemistry. So ready? Take your hands together like this, pull them together like that with an I, and that is I for ionic. And look, it's coming from either side of the periodic table. Sodium and chlorine, either side. Copper and oxygen, either side of the periodic table. See, I for ionic, I gets you to pull from either side of the chart. If you do this, this will also help you later on because we will also be doing ionics balance charges. Okay? So, like sodium chloride, copper sulfide, calcium phosphide, it's ionic because they're coming from either side of your periodic table to create it. Okay? A molecular substance, they share electrons. It's 2 nonmetals. So if you look at your periodic table, right? Periodic table. If you look at your periodic table, moleculars are all on this side. So ionics are on either side of this table. We came together. Moleculars, they're all on that side. So I'm going to point like this. Yes, it's a weird way of pointing. However, if you point like this, you'll always remember molecular is made of nonmetals. Either side of the chart is ionics. Okay, and so that is the main difference between them. There's a little bit more information as well. Ionic compounds made of a metal and a non-metal. Moleculars are made of 2 metals. Ionics form ions in solution. That they break into pluses and minuses. If you were in a tub of pure water and someone accidentally dropped an electrical cord in, you'd be fine if it was pure water. If you were in salt water, no, you'd be toast because sodium and chlorine will break into pluses and minuses, like on batteries, allow electricity to flow. So ionic compounds conduct electricity. Moleculars don't. If you drop sugar in water, it doesn't break into parts. It's just sugar, water. It will not conduct electricity. Okay? But the ionics will. Anything that has a metal, and you know metals conduct electricity as well. Easy way to do that. That is the end of strand 3 and outcome 3, and there will be a quiz coming up fairly soon as well. And of course, during your quiz, you must have a periodic table that I'll give you to use because you can't do this without a periodic table. That was a long outcome. Outcome 3 is done. I will post these notes and I will start on outcome 4 notes. Make sure you're following along on Google Classroom to see specifically what assignments you're supposed to be doing. I post that daily.